really? This is a total waste of money. Hey guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. So I just finished filming a Target dollar spot haul. If it's not up yet, it will be the next video that I upload. But in doing so, it made me think about all the things that I purchased for my classroom within the last year. Most of the things that I bought for my classroom last year are things that I absolutely love and I don't regret purchasing them. But there were also some purchases that I was like, really? This is a total waste of money. So I compiled a list of my absolute classroom favorites and must-haves, and also a list of things that I bought for my classroom that I absolutely regret buying, and hopefully this will help you. So the first thing on my favorites list is books, and not the Scholastics website, but the Scholastics Reading Club website. For that, you do have to have like a referral code from a teacher, from a classroom teacher. So the way that I would order things when I was not a teacher is I would either order from teachers that I knew or my mentor teacher from student teaching. I personally prefer buying books through Scholastics because one, they are new, and two, prices through the Scholastic Reading Club are really great. And you can also go to book fair, especially the buy one get one free book fair. That one is my favorite. So a couple years before I started actually teaching, I would place orders here and there, and that's how I started building my classroom library. I mostly bought picture books, but every now and then I would buy chapter books just in case, even though I know my heart is in the primary grades. But if you don't know a teacher that you can order from, or it's the summer and you can't really order from Scholastics during the summer, there's also a great alternative for used books. And that is the website THRIFTBOOKS.com. I was definitely so into this website when I first discovered it. I would place orders very often, and like I said, they are used books, but most of the time they're in really great condition, and most of the time they are also hardcover books. Prices range depending on what kind of book and how much in demand that book is, but for the most part they're about like $3 each. And what I liked about this website is that you can get free shipping after $10. So if you buy like 3 books that are like a little bit over $3, or if you buy 4 books, you get free shipping. And you can also become part of their like loyalty program. So for every $50 you spend, you get $5 back to spend on the store or whatever. So I'll have a referral link down below so you can get $5 off your first purchase, and I get $5 off my next purchase if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, you can just go to the website THRIFTBOOKS.com. Alright, so now let's move on to a regret purchase, and this purchase was lap desks. Last summer, I went to Michael's and I saw this huge display of lap desks, and they were in all fun colors. And with flexible seating being so big, I definitely got sucked in, and I bought 5 of them, I think. I wanted to buy more, but I'm so glad I did not. It has nothing to do with the quality, but it's just my kids didn't really gravitate towards them at all. I would set them out every single day. I modeled how to use them, and they were just not interested in them. So with that being said, obviously it was more of a personal thing. It doesn't mean that your kids wouldn't like lap desks, but for me, it just didn't work out. I even tried giving them to another teacher, and her kids didn't like them either, still didn't she give them back, and I don't even know where they ended up at. But I do regret spending that money on those lap desks. I think I spent about $30 on them, where I could have just gone to the Target dollar spot and bought more cute things. Now a favorite purchase is the IKEA cube organizers. So it's the one that only has one cube, like one row. Does that make sense? I'll put a picture right here. I had seen it on Instagram. I think I had initially seen it on Teaching and So Forth's Instagram, and I loved how she would stand up on it and her kids would stand up on it, and it seemed just really sturdy. This served so many purposes in my classroom. It served like a little stage for me or my students, a little step up for the smart board, storage because I had baskets underneath each cube unit. It also served as a flexible seating option. Kids would like do their work on it. I just loved it so much. I think it's definitely worth it. It's about 40 or 50 bucks. To regret is TPT purchases, or more specifically, impulse TPT purchases. Last summer, as I was preparing for my first year of teaching, I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted to take my classroom in as far as decor. And TPT has great classroom decor bundles, so I kept scrolling through a bunch of them and like putting some in my cart, taking some out of my cart, and I ended up buying lots of things that I never ended up using for my classroom. So I'm not saying that these were bad products whatsoever, but they were just things that I bought without actually having a plan for them. So for example, I think I bought like this like classroom rules thing that I think it's really cool, but I didn't have a space in my classroom to like set it up in, so it didn't end up working out. And that's something that I didn't think through. So it was little purchases like that ended up adding up to a lot of money, and I never ended up using them. Another one of my favorite classroom purchases is like that Michael's rainbow drawer cart. I'm not talking about the heavy duty one. That one's really great too, but that one's like more expensive. I'm talking about the one that actually has drawers and you can take them out, and it's, I don't know, I think it's super cute. I started off the year with one of them, and that's where I would keep my copies for the week, and I also had different things like for like reading groups and stuff like that. And then I just slowly started buying more. So like I said, I bought mine initially for like copies of the week, and that really helped me stay organized. And then the other ones that I bought were used for center storage, and that just made center storage so great. I went through quite a trial and error kind of situation with center storage until I finally found that the rainbow cart storage was the best for my classroom and for me. Alright, so now moving on to a regret. Last summer, if you've been watching my vlogs for a while, since the very beginning, then you know that I bought a ton of like magazine tubs, like the ones from Lakeshore, but not from Lakeshore. I bought them at Walmart, and they were primary colors, and I'm not really big into primary colors. I'm more like a neon color kind of person. So I bought them because they were like a set of 6 for like $10, which is really affordable in comparison to the ones from Lakeshore, or really good stuff. And I had researched how to like spray paint plastic, and I thought I made the best choice for spray paint and stuff like that, and I spray painted them all, and it didn't work out. It was chipping really badly. It was bubbling up. It was just a hot mess. I think I had purchased like 7 sets of those bins, and they were just ruined by the spray paint. So that sucked. I'm sure the bins themselves were great, but I would not suggest spray painting plastic because that will waste your money. Next, I love that I bought my own laminator and my own paper cutters. So I have 2 laminators. I have one from Amazon. It's like an Amazon brand, and it's really great. And I also have a Scotch brand laminator. I love them both equally. I think my Amazon one was a little bit cheaper. It was about $18 as opposed to my Scotch one that was probably like $30 or a little bit less than $30. And I loved having 2 of them because I would have one in my classroom, and if a parent volunteer came in and I had nothing for them to do, they would laminate things for me and cut things for me. And if I was at home, I could also laminate things, and I didn't have to like, you know, like bring things back and forth. My school did have like one of those big laminators, but they had restrictions on what you could use it for. So for example, if I wanted to send something home, like flashcards, like laminated flashcards, I was not able to use the lamination for that. Lamination was only done Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So having a personal laminator was definitely a lifesaver. And going along with that, a paper cutter. I don't have like a super heavy duty paper cutter. I want one, but I don't have one. I have like a very like almost flimsy, but not flimsy paper cutter, and I love it. It saves so much time. Alright, moving on to another regret is Dollar Tree chair pockets. Every time I go to Dollar Tree, I can't help but walk through like the teacher aisle, and I love seeing what's new and stuff like that. And I remember seeing these chair pockets, and I put a poll on my Instagram asking if I should get them or not. It was more like 50-50, and I didn't get them right away. Eventually I ended up getting them with school money. Like, we had some money to spend, so I got them with that. They're very flimsy material, so I did have to replace quite a few of them, and honestly, I don't think they would last an entire school year. They barely lasted a semester. So I don't know, I think if you're gonna spend your money on chair pockets, I'd rather just save up my money and buy really nice ones than go the cheaper route and have to replace them more often. So I do not recommend buying Dollar Tree chair pockets unless you're literally not gonna have anything in there. Alright, so the next thing I absolutely love, and they are dry erase sleeves. At first, I had purchased some from Dollar Tree that are actually pretty good, but it's more cost effective to get them through Amazon. So the ones that I got are a pack of 30, and they were 20 bucks. And I like that they have like a little place to put a marker in. I don't know, I love it. And I would use this all the time for like centers and stuff like that, and that way I didn't have to make copy after copy. They would just reuse that one, take a picture of it for their portfolio, and that was it. My next regret is like Target dollar spot flashcards. I've seen them this time around too. They're just like little puzzle cards that you match up to make a word or like beginning sounds. I don't know. I bought quite a few of them last summer, so if you go see my haul from last summer, then you'd see that I bought like 10 of them. and really sturdy. Then I bought a bunch of these puzzles, so I bought 2 of each. One of them is called the Alphabet Connect. Then I have Complete the Word, our Count and Match. And they're great, but they are not very practical in the way that kids cannot really put them back in the box that they came with. And since they are all the same like template, they can match things up to incorrect answers. So they are not self-correcting, and I didn't like that. So I would just rather make my own on PowerPoint, laminate them and stuff like that, than use those again. My next favorite is more of like a generalized favorite, and that is a Target dollar spot, more specifically for bins and decor. Basically, all the bins that I have in my classroom are from Target, and I love the bright colors that they have. But the sucky thing about that is that you cannot order online. You kind of have to go to tons of different Targets to find the amount or the color that you want. But I think it's totally worth it. They're super sturdy and they don't break easily, and I just love them. And then I also love the Target dollar spot for decor purposes. Like, I just bought this. I don't know, they have the cutest thing, and I think that you can definitely find things that are both cute and functional. Talking about bins, I do have a bin regret, and I bought a bunch of bins from Dollar Tree, and they were kind of like they were bigger, and I had some of them on my IKEA like cube unit, and I did enjoy them for that. But I did buy a ton of them for like center storage, and I thought they were gonna stack up like with each other nicely, and they did not. And I had already bought like 15 of them. So that is definitely a regret. And also I didn't really have a plan on how to use them. So most of my regrets are because either they were like poor quality or I just didn't have a plan for them. Alright, my battery's almost gonna die and I am almost done. So I'm gonna try to power through this. My next favorite are scoop rocker chairs. The ones I bought are from Wayfarer, and I love them. I remember they were out of stock for a while, but I did put my email so I could get notified when they're back in stock, and as soon as they were back in stock, I purchased them. The only bad thing about this is that you cannot pick the color that you want to get. They just come in assorted colors, so you kind of get what you get. They're pretty inexpensive as well. It was a set of 6 for like 35 bucks or something like that. My last regret is not really a purchase, but I still want to include it. So while I was in college to become a teacher, anytime anyone would offer me free books, I would take them. I even went to a retired teacher's storage unit to like raid her storage unit for books, and I just took them all. I didn't even like go through them, I just took them. And if you're preparing to be a teacher, you're probably thinking like, what? Like, that's awesome. And it was at the moment, until I realized that there were books that were, one, either not appealing, not in the best shape, they were super old, and thus made them not appealing. So instead of being super helpful, instead it created like this huge mess in the spare room, and then going through them took a lot of time, and then it just took up a lot of space. Like, it wasn't functional, and I didn't even use most of them. So I wish I would have been more picky about the books that I accepted. One of them is HP Instant Ink. I rave about this all the time to like my teacher friends. If you don't know what HP Instant Ink is, it's basically like a subscription service like for ink. You have to buy an HP Instant Ink compatible printer to be able to be part of the program, but you can definitely but then after that you pick a plan, so you can have 50 pages a month, 100 pages a month, or 300 pages a month. So it just varies in price. For 300 pages is $10 a month, and if you don't use those pages, they just roll over to the next month, and you can just print unlimited, like, not pages, but unlimited ink. So like if I were to print 10 pages of just full color and run through my entire ink cartridge in the first day that I started, they'll just send me new ink. And they'll keep sending me new ink. They don't charge you for ink, they charge you for pages. And if you run out of the pages in your plan, you can always just keep printing, and they'll just charge you a little bit extra. So for example, for me, they charge me an extra $1 for every 25 pages that I print extra. So, and if you don't use them all, they just roll over to the next month. I love HP Instant Ink. I'll have a link down below where you can sign up and have some free months. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite classroom purchase that you've made, as well as your least favorite classroom purchase that you made that you kind of regret, because I feel like that would be helpful to everybody in the comments below. Alright, so that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!